Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over my weekly stock picks for the week of October 24th through the 28th. We're going to go over the kind of the outlook of this week in the markets. We're going to take a look at the pre-markets and take a look at the fear and greed index as well as the VIX before looking at our stock picks. Okay, so currently it's 5:36 a.m. October 24th Central Standard Time, and looking like a green open. However, not much of an aggressive green open, projected to open a little over 0.25% for the S&P and the Dow, and actually less than that on the NASDAQ. So last night the markets were, the futures were a little bit higher than that, and ever since they came out, it's kind of gradually been going down as I've been kind of watching them from last night to today. Currently, the fear and greed index overall is at neutral. The market momentum's in extreme fear, and if you look at everything else is still in fear as well, except for the put and call options or neutral. Market volatility is in neutral, and demand safe haven's actually extreme greed. Junk bond demand neutral. Everything else is fear and extreme fear. We'll take a look at the VIX. Currently at still over 30. You want to see that thing get down to the mid to low 20s in order for us to kind of feel like more stable basically in the markets. As you see here, the kind of the projection of where the markets kind of heading as you look at kind of based on the VIX. Typically you'll see that kind of going up or down, and this is kind of like, we're not really sure, can't really make up our minds. It's up, down, it's all over the place. So be interesting to see. So I have a few picks this week that we'll take a look at, and you know, based off of basically technicals alone pretty much. And it's some that, you know, for swing trades I wouldn't get in just yet. I would kind of wait a day or two and kind of see how they play out prior to entering, and then maybe looking to get in on the right time. Okay guys, the first one is Amazon, ticker symbol AMZN, and I've been telling you how longer term I've been adding to this position every month, just adding some shares here and there. And we did get a buy signal here, but we're at a really critical point for Amazon. Is we're right at the red SMA line here at about 120. So right here we do have a buy signal, but one thing to consider is we're pretty close to being overbought on the 180-day 4-hour time frame, and we've been in a bullish pattern, you know, since, well, basically since last week. So eventually you're going to see it come down. I would think that even if we pop our head above here, above 120 or 121, we might come down and retest that 116 level. And if we bounce off of that, that's a good sign. That's probably where I would look to enter here, unless, you know, who knows, maybe we just shoot straight up and start retesting the 127 mark. But I would look to enter about the 116, 117 level, and then look to exit somewhere around the 125 level if you were looking for some type of swing trade. And then in that case, if it does go up and it come down, then obviously you want to make sure it bounces off of that red SMA line if you're going to stay in. But on a swing trade, you'd probably want to go ahead and do a stop loss on it. And, you know, for longer term, then in my opinion, I think now still some good times to add, just slowly accumulate while these prices are low, and, you know, just kind of keep building up from there. So next one up, guys, is TQQQ, which tracks the NASDAQ. As you know, NASDAQ has been steadily on the decline ever since August, when we had that nice little run up, and then we started just coming down and down and down, and we seem to find somewhat of support down here about the $16 level. And kind of similar situation to Amazon, as we're getting close to the red SMA line, but I kind of feel like we're going to get rejected there first before we come through and bust above $22. All right, so I'm not sure where that rejection is going to take us. It may take us down to 16. It may only take us down to 18. But wherever it does take us is where I would go and enter in, and maybe like anywhere from, you know, $18 to $16 range. And then once we start recovering, maybe take profits at about the $22 to $23 level, because I don't know what's going to happen as far as, you know, busting through the red SMA line, market momentum. I don't know if we're going to start moving up, or if this would just be a head fake and we come back down. But again, this one here is pretty close to overbought. So when it gets there, obviously it's going to pull back down. And then when it does that, that's whenever you would like to come in and and get some shares there on a swing play. UDOW, guys, tracks the Dow Jones. This one's a little bit different than what we looked at here with TQQQ. Is we did cross over the red SMA line here, but similar in a sense of we are close to overbought or overvalued. So I think we have a little bit more room to run, and then I think we'll pull back. And if we can find support about anywhere from $45 to $47, that's where I would buy in and use it as a swing play, and hopefully hold that support. And you can maybe take profits at about $50 to $55. It's 55. Well, basically 54.35 is going to be your next level of resistance there, as long as that $47 or $47.50 acts as support. Okay, so that's my picks for this week, guys. Pretty simple. Tracking some ETFs and one of the my longer term stocks. Let me know your comments below. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.